Well, you can't ask for a much better Sunday than this. Oh my god, the wind is low, the sun is shining. There are clouds, of course, but the sky is a perfect blue, and it makes for a really nice looking horizon out over the water. That's up there is just Blooming Point Beach. This is like one of my favorite rides that I love to do on Prince Edward Island. You guys all know it. It's the Dromore Run, but more specifically, this is the elongated run that I'm going to do today because, you know, we got some homework to do after the foot situation. You know, the recovery is well physically, but, you know, the recovery, you know, mentally is not right there yet. So I think the solution is twofold. One, go back to where we had the accident. Two, go to the Dromore Run and practice. Get back to basics, Island Riders. That's all we got to do. See some people already here enjoying the beach. That's really, really good. You love to see it. People getting out, enjoying themselves, taking in the beauty of this little red dirt island here. Feels good when you nail that like kick out, right? When the back end just kind of wheels out on you. Oh, I love it. I love it when you just nail it. But yeah, stuff like that, you know, I got to get familiar with doing that kind of stuff again. You know, that was one of the first things that I learned on the bike or wanted to become familiar with. It was, you know, letting the back end of the bike slide out a little bit. However, I kind of got a little bit too ambitious with that a little while ago, and oh, people fishing. Yeah, I got a little bit too ambitious with it there last fall, and what ended up happening is I caught a bad patch of mud. The bike's rear end kicked out to the right, and the bike landed on my foot, and I landed on top of the bike, so both my weight and the weight of the bike crushed my left foot. But it's been like a really, really good recovery process. The first part was not so hot, not so easy, not by any means. There was a lot of pain when trying to do basic things, and it was really difficult. So I ended up just sitting on my butt for like all winter long. But thanks to Mrs. Dowski for being an amazing nurse and an amazing person overall, I was able to recover like really fast and really easily, and I can't thank my wife enough for all of the things that she did for that process. Alright, let's start by getting stood up and getting into some of this rowel here in the middle. You know, like the 3/4 stone that kind of lives in the middle of these dirt roads that can kind of wash out your front tire a bit. Lean up over the tank and just kind of enjoy that a little bit. Instead of chickening out on this turn, we'll stay in it. And we'll just kind of get familiar with that front tire going all over the place here in this. That was one of the things that I kind of spooked me out early on riding a motorcycle, learning how to ride a motorcycle off-road, was just how this kind of like small stone can kind of play tricks with your front tire. And the solution for me then was to stand up and let the bike just do what it's going to do underneath of me, and it feels better. So this is a good ease in to our objective today, which is to rediscover my confidence off-road. Or well, I guess we're still on road right now, but man, sand. Let's get into it actually. There we are. Not too bad there though. We got a lot of sandy spots coming up, so it'll be good to get used to that again. And we're not going crazy here today. The objective today to try to like build the confidence is not to go from zero to where we were. It's to try to find a path back, you know. And yeah, I just figured like, you know, maybe coming to like the spot where it initially happened is like part of the science. Let's scoot up on the tank, put some weight on the front forks. There we go. Let that feel that front tire wash. It's all right. It's all good in the hood. We'll drop a gear for this. We always do. Scoot up for this. Get the leg out. Look around the turn. Fly throttle. Good stuff. Felt good. Finger it, transition it. Nice. Very good. Push this on the side. Let's get into it. Good stuff. Let's throw the trail lights on too while we're at her. Yeah, it was right around here where we wiped her out. And you know what? Some of you maybe think I'm kind of overblowing this for the sake of trying to develop content for a YouTube channel. I am not. I always thought sand coming up, eyes up, throttle up, cool. Sorry, I gotta focus on the blinds here. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so like, I always thought like the solution to situations like this was to just get back on the horse and go as fast as you did when you got off of it. But I don't think that's true. I don't think that's the solution. I think now I feel like the solution is kind of varied based on, you know, how you feel. Like a lot of people getting right back on the horse might not do it, because you might just get kicked right off again. I think you got to think a little bit about what's going on. Keep throttle up. Cool. Just self-talking my way through this a bit. Yeah, I don't think it's a one-size-fits-all solution. This is a big sandy patch. We're gonna hold tight on this. Eyes up. Oh yeah, feel it. Get over top of that tank. Let's go. Yeah. Love it. Some more. Good stuff. But yeah, I don't think it's a one-size-fits-all solution. Like, for me, I'm back on the horse, obviously, but we're not ripping through the ranch, you know what I mean? We're just taking a chill on an old road that we know quite well. And I think that's good, because, you know, learning how to ride off-road, from my experience of learning how to ride off-road, is just a matter of figuring out how you ride. What is your signature ride? How do you react to situations, and like, how do you handle the bike, and what is your go-to method based on your weight, your profile, the way you feel, the way you want to feel. So if you're a person that is not interested in just like going really aggressive off-road, guess what? That's totally fine. That's totally acceptable. Because what do I always say? I say, ride your own ride. We got some business here in the middle. Let's get into it. Let's stay tight to the right here and get into this stuff and just kind of play around in it. Very cool. Oh, look at that sand on the side. Let's just kind of meander here. There we go. That feeling, go. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, let's try that again. That's some good sand. That's hard to find. Good stuff. I like it. All right, that's enough fooling around in the sand. Let's keep pushing towards Dromore. We still got a few little spots up here that might give us trouble, so we still got some more practice area here for us. One of the things I like about this road is, like, look at this. It looks like a ramp at a motocross. Eyes up, eyes up. Nice. All sand there. That was good. Sorry for the wind. Nice little tanker up. Couldn't hurt to add a little bit of weight to the bike. That's a nice truck. International. Very pretty. Love the paint job on it. So yeah, like a broken foot. Definitely not the worst injury that you could incur on a motorcycle, that's for sure. But you know, for me, it was rough. You know, it's the first time I've really broken anything. Technically, too, if you want to get all technical, I didn't actually break the foot. The foot just kind of dislocated. But it was in a really bad spot, and I couldn't walk on it, so it might as well have been it's everything that, you know, comes with a broken foot, without the brake. But for me, yeah, it was actually quite difficult. And the road to recovery at that stage was to just sit tight. And I had a really, really hard time doing that. And I was driving Mrs. Dowski up the wall, you know, me always trying to test the limit on the foot, like how far could I push it, how far could I push it, when I should have just left it alone, like, and just stayed put. And, you know, for me, my goal was like, we got to get to physio, like, you know, that was it, you know, get off the couch, get on the feet, get to physio, because I was up against a pretty tight timeline, and I had a contract for work 2.0 coming up, which definitely required my foot to be healed to some degree. So I really wanted to go. So it was hard for me to just realize that sitting still, taking a break, was the best recovery plan for me. Oh, I gotta watch all this dust in the middle here. Yeah, so that was rough. But you know what? I'd held on. I got better at listening to Mrs. Dowski. And yeah, we got back on our feet in time for that contract, and I started the physio process, which was amazing. But we're back into it. So let's get stood up. Let's focus up. Oh yeah, feel that squiggle. Feel that just jiggle around there. Ooh, boys. Here's our turn to the left. All right. So when we did go out and I wrecked my foot, this was the objective, to come out here. Oh, look, the new signage. That's beautiful. Oh, look how pretty that is. Jack Campbell Road. Awesome. That is a great sign. I love it. New sign, new trail, pretty much, right? Well, let's get into the tighter stuff then, shall we? So the next thing I want to kind of segue myself into as far as recovery on the bike is concerned is getting back into tighter terrain. Now, I haven't been back on the ATV trails yet. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. But this was a good first step, because this requires you to transition to new lines, back and forth, which can sometimes be tricky depending on what kind of terrain that you have in the middle to cross. Man, a beautiful Sunday for May, must say. I definitely take advantage of it this morning. I woke right up, had a coffee, chilled out for a little bit, and then went right down to the river, and I caught my first fish of the season. First fish of the season, which means it's time to start planning a moto fly fishing trip, because if they're biting and I'm catching, then that means it's time to get out after it. I love early spring camping too, so looking forward to get back to camping as well. All right, keep the eyes up. Ooh, look at all this grass. The clippings, boys. What's with the clippings? we get on the trail to avoid this stuff. You know, that's something someone told me one time. Like, are you ever worried about, like, you know, how, like, people on the road are always so dangerous, and they don't see you or anything like that, and you cause accidents, and it's so nerve-wracking? I'm like, not really, because, you know, I would say 60% of the time we're not on the roads with other cars for the most part like that. We're out here getting up to what we get up to. All right, this looks fun. What do we got here? With a bridge. Ooh, that was a little squirrely. All right, so we're gonna hit this, and then we're gonna hit that turn right afterward and dig into it. Eyes around the turn, trust the eyes. Pull onto it. Here comes another one. Straight up, leg out, lay into her. Good stuff. Keep pushing. Big deep one. Oh, hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. No way, that can't be what we think it is it? No way. Oh, no way, no way, no way, no way. Oh, there's got to be something going on down here. Hang tight. Side quest. We need practice with Brett's anyway. Interesting fact, it was this little side road where I dropped the KLR for the first time in my very first season of riding a motorcycle and riding it. It happened right here to the left where you see all this goo. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, the campsite is open. I never thought it would happen. Oh, good time for a break. My favorite place to take a break on the trail. Ooh, nice. I gotta report this to the boys. This is high level intel. This is where we're staying on our fishing trip, by the way, officially. Okay, just threw a heads up to the boys about the campsite being open. I had to take that liner out. Holy, definitely not liner season anymore. Well, at least for today. Today's nice and warm, so good. So by the time I got to physio, I had a lot of work to do because, and for me, I didn't realize how many muscles actually go into keeping you stable on your feet. It's crazy. And how much you can train other muscles to kind of take the pressure off of the hurt spots. And that was really, really interesting too. So I went to Symmetrics Health, where my buddy Alex there ran me through a lot of physio. And at first it was super easy. It was just like foot up, foot down, foot up, foot down. And then it got into, you know, walking around and doing some balance things. But near the end of it, and I told him exactly what we intended to do once, you know, the foot was good again. Obviously get up back on the bike and ride, you know, to the level that I was at before, especially off-road, like stuff that we're trying to get back to today. So he tailored all of the physiotherapy to bike stuff. There was times where like I was really building up like the calf muscles, right? That was a really big thing. But not only that, but the muscles through the shin, and then the muscles in the hips and in the glutes, all of the things that keep me up on the bike and up on the pegs. And then there was at one point where we switched it over to being like on an exercise bike, just trying to hold balance and move around. He created all these really, really cool. So thanks again to Alex. I don't think he watches my videos. Maybe he does. If you're seeing this, Alex, thanks so much. You know it. But just to have that tailored physiotherapy was really awesome. And now, you know, physically I'm back. You know, I'm running, Friday I ran 6K, and yesterday I was into the gym. You know, first day back at the gym, doing a full, you know, routine. It felt really great. So now I get to, you know, take off all this weight that I packed on during the, you know, the sitting around recovery phase. So really stoked to have that. But like I said, you know, we have a whole other recovery that we need to take care of. And I feel like today I'm actually getting a lot of progress, to be honest. Getting into that sand, you know, getting into some of that looser gravel terrain, maintaining speed through that kind of stuff, being up on the bike, trusting my eyes, you know, to tell me where I'm going to go. All of that stuff, that's mental stuff that I've realized on the bike that I've kind of lost. But now today is the first day that I feel like I'm on my way back, and the confidence is coming back a little bit. We're not there yet by any means. We still got a ways to go. And we still got a ways to go on this trail. So I'm going to finish this water, enjoy this beautiful silent scenery, and then we'll head her back up onto the trail, and we'll finish this one out. And who knows, maybe I'll go for coffee and Scotch for it or something. Nice. That was a little tricky. Trust the eyes. Trust the eyes. That'll lead you to the right spot. It's hard to though. It's hard to let go. It's hard not to be like, what? You know? All right, let's keep pushing through this trail. Oh, what a fun trail. A nice one here. Vehicle. Woo. Good fella. Taking advantage. I like to see it. I didn't know that we'd have vehicles this far into the trail, so we got to dial her back. It's good to know though. That guy was sharp though. He was keeping an eye, that's for sure. Sandy sand. Up, 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 got caught in it. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. Cool, cool, cool. Hold the throttle. Tough rut, tough rut, tough rut. Transition. Move it. Whew. That was tricky. That was really tricky. We did it though. Oh man, that was super tricky. Oh, I did not see that sand coming. Totally caught me off guard. Oh yes, that's progress. That is the definition of progress right there. How is it that that was like everything that we had just practiced from, you know, Scotchford to here, all in one, like, you know, 20-meter length section. Is that the test? Is that the final test here? Okay, fine. Sounds good. We pass. Oh, look at this tight one. And we did all this. Wow. They have done so much great work on this little section. I am so impressed with how much awesome work they've done here. Very happy, very impressed with the Pisquid River Watershed Group's work. You know, they're a conservation group. They take care of this area. So all of the cool stuff that we saw here today is because of volunteers. You know, the work to preserve, you know, some of the beautiful landscapes in Prince Edward Island, like the Pisquid River here that we have. Anyway, until we meet again, either on Old Jack Campbell Road or on High Bridge Road, the legit High Bridge Road. Take care, Island Riders. Ride safe out there.